Tara, Sylvia, Mags, and Dena. Let's see, the first thing I want to look at is that first stroke we take off the piece. So Sandra, you're already starting to pull a little bit. You'll see that there's a lot of white water. Tara, you actually get set very nicely forward. Sylvia, also very nice forward. We don't have to lean quite as far as Tara does, but you have the ability to, so that's fine. Sylvia, what you're doing is perfect. Mags is good too. I think you get down a little bit quicker, just a little bit of blade there, and then Dena just a little bit quicker. So I want you to pay attention specifically, Tara, you, because you are in a great position here, but when you start paddling, you don't quite get through anymore. And then, as we see that here, there's a lot of white water. That was Sandra's paddle. So just keep in mind of that. Let's have a look. Going. So things I noticed from this group of people, I guess starting from the front. So Sandra, you definitely have a lot of good body motion moving forward and back. Sometimes though, I think it does, and I talked to you as we were paddling, you move your back like a little bit fast at the beginning sometimes, and you can set the blade a little bit lower as you're moving. So see here, you kind of set it like a little bit negative. This is not bad. This is pretty good. We can get a little bit deeper though in the front, a little bit lower. And then also Tara behind you, want to notice that where you're setting now is not quite nearly as low as before. So you want to aim for that same position you can get from that first stroke. Recoveries are good and quick here. So Dena a little bit late on the recovery. And then Tara, just notice you and Sandra, both of you, your blades go negative a little bit quicker than the rest of the boat. So just try to keep that bottom hand out in front of you. All right, I'll go to the next. So Dena, also notice that your body motion with Mags. So Mags is sitting up nice and smoothly with Sylvia, both starting together, ending together. And then Dena, you have your head kind of pushes downwards as Mags starts to sit up. So we want to make sure we start the stroke with that big sit up. Tara, you're doing a pretty good job. I think before we mentioned that you used to push down a lot in the front, kind of like Dena's doing, but it's a lot better. Still sometimes a little bit late, we'll see it later, but it's a lot better than it used to be. It's looking a lot better. Let's go to another video here. This one, yeah, this is all you on your right side. So I think Tara, you can get a little bit quicker back to the front. You tend to be a little bit late from Sandra. I know Sandra, you're a little quick, but from here, Sandra's already starting her pull. And then we need to get kind of a little bit, these positions are actually pretty good. Mags is good, Sylvia's good. Tara's good, could be a little bit lower. Dena is actually pretty good too here. Marvin's a little bit late. And then if we look at like the exits, let's see, not too bad. I think there's a couple different like kind of flicking things going on here. I'm not too concerned about that, that's fine. Okay, so now here we can see Tara body motion, you and Ariane. So Ariane's kind of with Sandra, they're together, and then you'll notice like at the front of the stroke here, and then she starts sitting up and gets kind of closer to you, and then gets back a little bit sooner. So just, it's like a very slight, you can run the video slower just to see how it goes, but you'll notice that there's a moment where like you're farther away from her here, and then it gets closer because you're pushing down while she's already sitting up. So that's something to watch out for. The people to watch for that good, like that timing with the body, Sandra's doing good at that. Sylvia's doing good. Mags is doing good. Okay, good. So Mags is doing a really good job setting, like getting quick and setting low forward. Sylvia, you're pretty good too. I think if you can aim to be a little bit lower in front, I think you can actually rotate just like a little bit more at the front. Nothing crazy, but I think that's allowing Mags to get like a little bit more set from the front. Actually, you get a little bit buried there too. Pretty good. Yeah, so here, Tara and Sandra, you can see there's a moment where she's really close to you, and then she's already just going further away from you. So again, watch that head motion. It came back in this little video. All right, we'll go to you guys on the left side. All right, again, timing a little bit is a little bit inconsistent, so we're kind of touching the water at the same time, but if so these angles here are like similar. But when Sandra's starting to pull a little bit early, by the time you're fully buried, so I can still see a little bit of blade here. As you're entering, so Mags is doing it right. We're entering, then we're almost fully in, but not quite in there yet. She hasn't started pulling it, and it doesn't pull. Pulling just a hair early there, Mags. But we want to make sure we're not entering and pushing down through the top hand. One thing you can also notice, okay, and then again, Sandra and Tara, you can see the bodies moving together. So Sandra, you are sitting up really quick at the front. You want to smooth it out a little bit, but Tara, you want to sit up a little bit earlier too. One thing, just looking at top hands, one indicator that we have good smooth pressure is usually how slow does the top hand move once your blade is set. So Mags is doing a really good job here. So from here, when she starts her pull to here, it's pretty smooth. It moves very slowly. Counter example, sorry to call you out here, but Ernie, notice that once you're up here, it goes down really fast. So that's one thing to watch out for. That usually means you're not quite setting, and you could set a little bit better in the front. So you don't want the top ends to be moving fast, you want it to be moving slow. So once it's there, there's kind of a moment where you can see it locks in. Very good. Sylvia is also very good. A little bit of wiggle here. Sandra's pretty good too. And then Dena, you want to also work on stacking the top hand just a little bit more and being a little bit quick to the front. You can see it's you're exiting, I think, a little bit late. Sometimes. Oh, you fixed it right there. Cool. Also, I'm just going to point this out since we're here on this video, but if we ever say you're leaning inside and outside the boat, Barbara right over here on the right side, that's what we're mentioning if we see you moving in and out. So try to keep that body weight straight. All right, and then I think there's probably said almost everything that needs to be said. A little bit of timing issues here, and then I know I was stroking this one, so Sandra and I were off a little bit. So you can notice, Sandra, like how my body is moving a lot more horizontally smoothly, and then yours kind of sits up really fast at the front and then slow at the back. So my body's a little pretty smooth. Ariane is pretty much right with me. So she's got the right posture, and that's the kind of idea we're looking for. And Sylvia, great. Mag's great. And then Tar, just a little bit on the timing of that, leading with that body. And that's it for this one.